Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Saturday morning. Miss Suzanne and I, hello, Miss Suzanne. Okay, we are making breakfast this morning, and we are going to make what they call a cake batter chaffle. So, are you guys ready? Okay, so I got my bowl. Now, I do add something to this that they don't normally. I take... Sometimes it's ham, sometimes it's turkey, sometimes it's bacon, cooked. This morning, what I have is one of these, okay, but I use the apple one instead of the pineapple. I have an apple one, okay. It's a chicken sausage, and they have 12 grams of protein in one of these things. So right there, we're at a third of what we need. So we put that in the bowl. Okay, if you don't want to do that, you can sprinkle it on top of your truffles as well. When you put them in there, you can sprinkle this on top. Now, I'm doubling the recipe because Miss Suzanne's here with me this morning. So, we're going to use 2 eggs. So, the recipe would actually call for 1, but we're using 2. All right, and then it calls for just plain mozzarella cheese. I don't have any just plain mozzarella. I have this one. It's got mozzarella in it. And I've used it before. It's fine. Okay. So, it's not one to open. Suzanne, would you get the scissors out of the drawer? That drawer. All right. Well, while Suzanne's getting the scissors out, all right, then you take your instant pudding. Now, the original recipe calls for cheesecake flavored. You can probably use anything. I have cheesecake. I'm going to tell you, this is going to taste just like right there in the front where it handles. Oh. Okay. 2 heaping tablespoons. Would you cut it open? Above the zipper if you could. So anyway, 2 heaping tablespoons. That actually looks like about what's in here, so we're just going to dump that in there. Y'all know me. It's close enough. All right. And then, here's the deal. Cake batter. Yeah. McCormick's. I'm sure somebody else makes it. I did find it at Walmart. You can get it online at the Big A. Okay. So then it calls for a half a teaspoon. It won't open? Then just cut it open. We'll put a clip on it. I don't care. All right. It calls for a half a teaspoon. So obviously we're going to do a whole teaspoon because I'm making 2. All right. And always put it back in the box because I'll put that back in there so you can see what it is. All right, and then it calls for 2 tablespoons of cheese for each one. So that would make 4 tablespoons. Okay, and y'all know me. Don't you love how I measure? Look at this. So this is what the bowl looks like at the moment. I got 1 more spoonful to put in. And you know, guys, I'm not. The only time that I'm absolutely on it, specific measuring, is when I'm baking. Otherwise, it's close enough. So this is what it all looks like in the bowl. And we got our little dash thing here heated up. All right. And then, look, there's Miss Suzanne. We've had our coffee. We made Honey Bunny's breakfast. All right. So now we're just going to stir this around. Now, it's not that I don't want to be looking at you guys, but remember, I tell you guys I have to use a great big bowl because I'm a slob when it comes to mixing. And this bowl is really not big enough, so I kind of have to pay closer attention to what I'm doing. So we just kind of mix it around. It smells really good. It smells just like cake batter. Yeah, I wonder why. All right, and so this is what it's going to look like. Okay. So what it looks like. So we'll see how thick this is. Really thick. Okay, this is going to make 4 chaffles. So, what we're going to do, I have to give a shout out to Miss Tanya in Oklahoma for this one. We're going to take a little bit of this cheese and we're going to put it on the waffle maker. You can use the spray stuff if you want. Sometimes that works really well and sometimes it doesn't, is what I have found. That's just me. You do what you do though, okay? All right, so then a nice heaping tablespoon right in the middle. And then we just kind of squish it around. Looks like it needs just a smidge more. Do not overfill this. Okay, if you overfill it, it's going to puff up and it's going to slop out the sides and you're going to have a big mess. However, if you do that, always put it, see how I have it on a plate? Okay, I have it on a plate, on a napkin, so I can just throw it away. Now, you can use a regular plate, a cookie sheet, whatever you want to use. I do recommend that you do that, so that in case you have an accident, you just throw it away. You don't have to scrub your countertops, and once it's cooled off, these machines just wipe off with a paper towel. So we're going to put you guys on pause while I make all these. I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out, and then we'll have breakfast on the patio. Don't go away. Okay, we're back. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to zip you down here so you can see. There it is. Okay, now, see how it just lifts right up? That means that it's done. If you go to pick it up, so always kind of do it gentle. Okay, if you go to pick it up and it sticks a little bit, leave it sit. It's not done. Now, see how it's not quite toasty? That's something that I hear about from folks. Is that, oh, it's not toasty. It's not toasty. Well, it's done, but what we're going to do is flip it over and close the lid back for about 30 seconds. And voila, you will have it crispy, crunchy, toasty on both sides. I figured that one out all by myself. How about that? All right, guys. We're going to finish these up, and then we're going to go have breakfast on the patio, so don't go away. All right, guys. We're on the patio. Oh, what did I do with my fork? Left in the house. All right, Suzanne's going to grab it for me. Thank you, Suzanne. All right, so let me show you guys. We made birthday cake chaffles this morning that we took apple chicken sausage and put in it. So the apple chicken sausage, a whole piece, had 12 grams of protein. So now I'm eating half, so that would make it 6. The eggs have 6 each, so that's 12 for me, because remember we made 2 servings. Thank you. And then the cheese has 5. Okay, so again, we shared it. Each of us got a serving. So 12 is 7, so right at 20 grams of protein, okay, in our breakfast. Now, let me show you something. See how this one came out perfect and this one didn't? Okay, same batter, same mix, same waffle iron, same exact everything. Sometimes it just doesn't work, folks. Sometimes it gives you grief. And that's what it did to me this morning. It gave me a little bit of grief. So, these are so good. All right, we're going to flip you around so you can talk to Miss Suzanne. Miss Suzanne's going to tell you what she thinks of it this morning.
It's really good. I've never had one. So, it's really good. I like it. Just got to eat little bits at a time.
That's it. So, there you go. Now, you can eat them plain. You can put some syrup on them. Now, this one is not sugar-free. And you notice I covered up the label because I don't have any sponsors at this point. So, this is just what we have in the house. That's what I'm using. All right. So, this is breakfast. So, basically, I'm consuming 20 grams of protein. I'm on my second cup of Mr. Drag Up Bean Flicker himself's coffee. Okay. And I took a protein shake, I shook it up, and I put a third of that in my second cup of coffee. So that's 10 more grams of protein. So we're looking at 30 grams of protein for breakfast this morning. That's where you want to be. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them. Remember, tomorrow is Sunday, 3 p.m. We're doing a live. We are making Uncle Todd's chicken, roasted asparagus, cauliflower mac and cheese, and a special dessert. So you guys tune in. So I will see you later. And remember, Mama says, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.